Hello everyone and welcome back to Hemel-Down Model Railway. So in today's video I'm just going to show you a small little progress update on some of the little bits that I've been doing on the layout. So without further ado, let me show you what I've been up to. So what I've done here is just to put down some PVA, and then I've put down some dried real mud, and I've just created a little road section that will go up here, which will lead up to a little cottage or farm building up here, and then another one that will just branch off up here. So I can static grass all of this area, make it all sort of rough and patchy, and then I can put another layer of muds and stuff down and groove in a load of tracks and stuff. I just wanted to put kind of the base layer down first and then come back and do some detailing afterwards. I've done a few little patches in here where there's been some mud, so I'll put maybe some rusted up old farm equipment up in here and maybe a little bit there as well. And then moving down towards the edge of the bank where the tunnel portals will be, I've also put just some muds along here because there'll be some trees there, so that, you know, there'll be no grasses and stuff that grow around the trees. So yeah, I've just done a few little patches there where I'll put some trees in. So I'm going to give that a little bit of a dry, and then I'm going to work on getting this static grassed. So it's still a little bit wet. I've used a variation of different static grasses. So I've got 2mm spring, 2mm dead, 4mm patchy, and 6mm wild meadow. Just wanted kind of a rough ground up in the distance there. And then still just waiting for this bit to dry, but I'm going to do a similar sort of thing all over this part here as well, and kind of leaving in the patches of muds there. Just taking a little bit longer to dry, but starting to take shape. And then what I'm going to do is just get that painted in with the grey, just because that will be where the double track goes. So far so good, starting to come together. Right, on to the next bit. So before I move on to doing this board here, what I need to do is make sure that I've got this one at the back all done, and all of the ballasting and all the ballast down on the bottom sections here. because the last thing I want to be doing is trying to reach over from this board here, because I can't actually reach the far corner there. So I'm going to get all of that done before I then move on to this board. But what I'm going to start to do as well is getting some of this grassed up again and relaying some of the grass that's down on this section here, and just give it a little bit more height again, because obviously it went a little bit flat. And then I'm going to start to build in some more of my road, so kind of get all of this sort of tied up and prepped and ready. And then, because of the gluing times, or the drying time should I say, for all of the ballast over in the corner, it's just going to take a little bit longer to dry in this weather. But once that's done, then all of this scene will start to really come together. So I'm looking forward to getting this section in here all tied up as well, and then it'll be a nice sort of bit of scenic stuff that's all going on down here. So it will tie up all of this end quite nicely. And then the next project is to remove this little triangle and add in another board down in the background here. And then what I'll do then is finish off doing the bits on this section here. So I've baked off another batch of mud to redo the road that's on this section. So once I've done some of the grassing, I'll then go back over and relay a new load of mud, just where these sections here you can still see a little bit of white through, so I just want to give another little coat over the top there. I've added in this little building here just to mark out roughly where there'll be a kind of barn, and then this section here is where there's going to be like a little cottage, and I've got that on order at the moment, so that should be a sort of a few days for that to come through. Once I've got kind of like the floor plan for those sections, I can then just fill in all of the rest of the grassing for this section here. I'm now going to start painting up a base layer of grey all through this section here, and then with this set of tunnel portals here, I'm not overly happy with the grey brick papers. Unless you go sort of up close, that's when you'll see the papers, but to me from a distance they don't quite look right. So what I've done is to get some Slater's plasticard, and then I'll have that painted up as well. I think just giving a bit of texture will help to make that sort of scene pop a little bit more. And then, as you can see, I've started putting in that little tunnel in the background there, and now I just need to work out how to fix up that piece of walling in there as well. So whilst I'm just waiting for little bits and pieces to dry, as you can see in front of you, I'm just sticking down a little top piece on there, little forming edging for a little tunnel that will go through to the signal box up in the corner there. So once all that's dry, then I can lift that off and then start to make the top that will then branch over to the top of this section here. So whilst I'm waiting for some more materials to arrive, I'm going to end the video here, and hopefully I can get another little update out before Christmas and show you some more progress up in this top corner here. So thank you very much for joining me on this small update, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody that's supporting the channel, and a big welcome to all the new subscribers, and also a big thank you to the people that support me on Patreon. So take care everyone, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.